This podcast is presented by Zach Labs, Cosbon, the instant costume adhesive. Have you ever had issues using materials to build cosplay costumes, theater props, or everyday repair? We have the solution you've been looking for. Zach Labs proudly presents our latest product, Cosbon, the instant costume adhesive. What you get is a 8.5 by 12 inch sheet. You simply peel off both sides much like you would double stick tape, except this isn't that. This is our patent-pending microfiber-infused adhesive that has a tensile strength of up to 100 pounds. This unique adhesive sheet is instant, and boy, do we mean instant. Activation is different than other products, as ours works purely by pressure. Simply peel and stick, applying even force, and it bonds. Instantly. It's human-safe, non-toxic, pet-safe, no fumes, and the best part, it won't ever stick to your hands. Rated for up to 75 wash cycles before starting to give. Great in the cold, rain, and even the heat. Stick anything to almost anything. Metals, plastics, most cloths, and best of all for all you cosplayers and costume builders, is all of your foam materials. While it does stick instantly, leave it alone with a bit of pressure for 24 hours and it cures to even stronger. So wave your magic wand and just use Cosbond, the instant costume adhesive. You are listening to a Dynamic Works Productions podcast. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio Network, and many, many more podcast services around the world. You can find all our content, music, videos, books, podcasts, and more on our website, www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Have questions, comments, or concerns for us? Head on over to the social tab on www.dynamicworksproductions.com if you'd like to talk to us. Now, on with the show.
Sir, get her in this.
No, she's doing her thing. She's got to do laundry, man.
Got to, or is she doing it? There's a difference. There is a difference.
She is doing it presently.
Oh, okay.
And I need her to do it, or it's not going to get done.
All right. I can't follow on that one.
Because we had this fight for like the last several months. So like, you know, I've always done my own laundry, but I do my own laundry. Like, okay, so let me ask you this. How do you do laundry?
Yes, I do. I love doing laundry.
Oh, okay. So are you like meticulous and you like take the whites?
No,
and
everything
color?
in.
Thank you very much.
The only thing that gets washed separately are towels. That's it.
Okay, I can see that.
That's because I do
like
double.
Like a shower towel or like a dishwasher.
Shower towel. Everything else can get washed together.
Okay, cool. Yeah, see? Okay, cool. So
and of course, bedding. Bedding is obviously you don't wash your sheets with your shirts.
Bedding's usually done in its own fucking load because it's so big anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool. You get it.
Yeah, like a normal person?
Yeah. Well, a normal man, at any rate.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Jessica does it so different.
You're Jessica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like socks and underwear, colors.
Oh, my God.
Like it's subdivided like a crazy. It's like, I'm like, babe, really? And she's like, did you wash your underwear with your socks? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, why are you doing that? I'm like, because I'm washing them. And she's like, no. And I'm like, you wonder why it takes you, like, because our washing, we don't have a washing and dryer. We don't have a washer and dryer. We have to either go to a laundromat or she goes to her mom's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sucks, but whatever.
Okay, well, I feel like at this point, since we're already into it, I'm not even going to yell cut in. The show has started, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fork in Your Ear podcast, and we're talking about laundry.
I mean, this is actually a good question.
No, it's a really great question.
Yeah, it is a really great question that people,
Yeah.
like, do you use liquid or do you use pods?
Okay, so I recently switched to pods.
Okay, welcome to the future. How
Uh-huh.
are you?
Pods are great.
They're awesome.
We get the Tide
Yep,
hypoallergenic thing.
yep, yep,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
yep. I'm
Yep.
the same way
They're working good. They're working good for
because
me.
I have very sensitive skin.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I
Like tape,
mean, I
like
already have. I
certain
already
tapes
have.
will make you break out.
Sure. Well, I already have allergies, but it's like, so when she moved in, like we were just using whatever the fuck the Costco Kirkland brand liquid, because it was like
Yeah,
cheap or whatever.
we've never used liquid.
Oh, okay.
I
So
mean, I have obviously because Tide Pods weren't always a thing,
okay.
but
I'll ask you this. So I do Tide Pod, but I still use a liquid softener.
yeah, goddamn right.
Okay. All right. Sweet. 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 There we go. So
Add extra softness.
and say what now?
It adds extra softness. Why would you not do it?
Oh yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Totally agreed. Totally agreed. Um, but no, you're absolutely right. So you and I do laundry almost identically. So the last month, uh, okay. So let me ask you this. So when the laundry's done,
Uh-huh.
where does your cleaned laundry go? Does it go into, or you just answer? Just answer.
Uh, uh, to transport, we take it in a basket, but then as soon as we get home, it gets either hung up or put in its respective homes.
Okay. So,
Like we, like I fold my shirts.
uh-huh.
Oh man, okay. This is actually a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I fold my shirts, and I have a color coded system
Okay.
for shirts I wear at work and shirts I only wear outside of work.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
It does. It absolutely does. So, so I don't know if we've really gotten into this, but in general, like I'm a color coded person, like just like as life, like, and it's not even like for example, like if you looked, like if there was a camera right now and you
Hmm.
looked to the left on my Xbox 360 game shelf, like all of like the games that have like white sleeves, they're all with each other, and all the ones that have the black sleeves are with the black ones. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I got Halo 4 because it's in a collector's thing, so it's white, and it's right next to Fable Anniversary Edition, which is also white.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do the same thing for my apps on my phone too.
Yeah,
Drives
most of my
drives Jessica
yep.
crazy.
Like I have gaming, social media. I have like it broken down into folders.
Oh, me too. Me too. You see my fucking
Yeah,
home
I
screen.
think we both.
It's
I think we've seen
ridiculous.
each other's home screens.
Yeah, because like I have a shit ton of apps.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I mean I have a shit ton of apps. It's just there's just no
That's the end. That's
no
the end of that
answer anymore.
statement.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Everybody who's seen my phone is just like, holy fuck, you got 20 pages and all of them got folders. And I'm like, yeah, it's true.
Hmm. As it should.
Yeah, it should. So anyway, so the laundry thing. So
Yeah. So I'm assuming Jessica, your Jess does it the same, like super meticulously for everything broken down. Yeah.
It's got to be broken down by color, type, and it has to be folded and hung. So for me, going back to my flip on what you said about what you do with your laundry is so I'm a depending on when I do it / time. Like I don't do it at a set time generally. It's like
Mhm.
some point over the weekend I will do laundry.
Okay.
And so depending on how lazy or whatever it is, sometimes that laundry, goes in its correct at the very least the laundry like goes in its correct like dresser drawer, you know what I mean? But like I'm less meticulous about it depending on how much time I have. If I
Yeah.
have time, it's like okay, like the shirts will be kind of folded in their correct color sequence based on work or off work, as it were.
Okay. So you totally get what I do.
Mm-hmm.
100%. It's amazing. It makes your life so much easier. Because
Well,
once
yeah,
the
just
shirt
because when
goes
you wake
from
up in the fucking or morning or whatever, I mean, I know you work nights or whatever, but like, when you're going to work, you want to just get your fucking work clothes,
yeah, I don't want to pick through it.
Yeah, no reason to pick through your fucking personal clothes,
Red hangers. That's how I can tell.
See, I do. So my personal clothes are hung, and then my work clothes are in drawers.
Okay.
Or at least my like my underwear and my socks, they're in a drawer. But
yeah.
Like my because I work in construction, so like every other fucking construction person ever, I wear Carhartts for work, and then I'll usually do like a sport, like whatever, like the little plastic breathing shirt kind of thing. I don't know what you call it.
Like a rash guard?
I don't know what that is.
Like you wear it to work out in? You could wear it to work out in?
Yeah. You could wear it to
like
work out.
If you were going to run like a marathon, you would potentially run it in that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Sport,
it's a rash guard.
type material.
Yeah. Under Armour.
Yeah,
whatever.
Under Armour. I got an Adidas. I got a Phyllis.
You have long sleeve ones too?
So I almost exclusively use long sleeve ones because I find that if I do long sleeve and then I wear like a t-shirt over, that pretty much covers me for most weather scenarios, and it also helps protect my arms because like I work with metal shavings all the time.
Yeah,
I'm cutting aluminum, and it's they're hot. So, anyways, so the laundry thing. So I used to handle all of my own laundry. I say used to, Mike. So it kept driving her crazy that like this year's been real busy, and it's been driving her absolutely fucking batty that like I will just have like a clean laundry hamper full of just like clean clothes, and I'll like dig through it in the morning because I'm busy. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's how my gym clothes are.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That's how like workout shorts and like sweatpants and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really in a basket. It's more like in a have you ever seen like the big plastic totes?
Yeah.
Like not the totes, but like they have drawers in them.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like the plastic dressers. That's what I have all my workout clothes in. And yes, I have a lot of workout clothes.
I mean, I would never not imagine that you wouldn't have a shit ton of workout clothes, given everything I know about you.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like that's the thing. that's what it's got to be. But so anyway, so this was driving.
So you relented.
Yeah. So this was driving her crazy. So she was just like, okay, I have to do all of the laundry now, and I was like, well, but why? And then she's like, because if I don't, I think I'm gonna murder you. And I'm like, all right, well,
fair ask.
And I was like, okay, but like it has to get done weekly. And then she's like, okay, like I don't have a problem with that. So first week, and that was actually this month basically. So the first week it happened, she put everything away. Yeah. But she broke like my system of where everything gets put away. So in the middle of the work morning, because we rise at the same time now because we work together and live together. And then in the morning it's like, hey, babe, where's my fucking bright ass orange construction Carhartt Under Armour type shirt? Where the fuck is it? And she's like, oh, it's it's hanging with the personal clothes. And I'm like, no, it's not. It needs to
Wrong answer.
It needs to go in the work drawer. So anyway, first week it was real bad, and I had to suffer with the system. So then second week, she did the laundry again, but I put my clothes away. But that still drove her completely insane. So I'm like, okay, if you want to take control of my laundry for your own sanity, I need my shit. Like, you can fold it, you can put it, you can have it however fucking, like a cleaning service neat you want. But I need my work clothes in my work drawer, and I need it organized in this particular fashion if you're gonna do this. And so last weekend was actually the first weekend that happened, where I had her agreement on how she needed to organize it for me, because I'm like, that's fine, that works for your organization thing, but that doesn't work for me in the mornings because I don't want to think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so finally got her on board. It drove her absolutely crazy. It took her like the whole fucking Sunday to do everything. And I'm just like, I don't think you need to spend that much time on it. But, whatever you need to do to make you happy, fine, I guess.
Is this taking all day? Because this seems like you do laundry all day. It's really not that much.
Yeah. So anyway, that happened. And so then right before the show, I'm like, hey, there's like a thing of laundry. It needs to get done. And so like just like literally while you're like, hey, I'm walking pee, and I'm like, cool. And I'm talking to her, and she takes the dirty laundry hamper out of the bathroom laundry room because it's combined. And
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what are you doing? And then she's like, well, I have to sort everything out into piles by color and type use and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, you do you. You do you. So anyway, that would be why she ain't on, because I need her to do the laundry. Because I guess if I don't have her do the laundry, A, it's not going to get done. And if I do it my way, I will hear about it for the rest of the week. And I don't need that. I got a big week coming up. So anyway,
Man.
laundry. We didn't tag it as a question, but I guess it should have been.
That's one. How do you do your laundry? I'll take this one if you want me to.
Sure,
I'll let
go
that
for
be
it.
yours.
Yeah, go for it.
What was your biggest fuck up in the kitchen?
My biggest fuck up in a kitchen. Ooh.
Yeah, I bet mine wins.
I'm sure it does. You know, because you've got a few years on me, and you, as a person, like to cook and bake in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm less for it. I mean, I'll do it, but it's not like my favorite thing. Like, I gotta be like really into it. Like, I gotta like wake up and be like, I'm making fucking biscuits. You know what I mean? I gotta be
Yeah.
like, this is happening. God, my biggest fuck up in the kitchen. God. So, okay, well, I got probably. So okay, so qualifier. Are we talking a home kitchen? Because I got some Boy Scout stories.
That's fine.
Okay.
If it involves food,
Okay,
I'll
then it does. All right, I'm gonna do the Boy Scout one. I may or may not have said this on the show before, but I feel like it was at the very least the most damaging fuck up that I could have done. So we were camping at this place called Pioneer Park, and which
Mm-hmm.
is a really dope park. Like, it's super woodsy and whatnot. And we were I was on KP duty, kitchen patrol duty, and so I was boiling water for something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just boiling water. That's how low it gets, Mike. I was boiling water, and the thing was starting to boil over, and we got like really old, like, hand me down from whatever the past patrol that was in the troop
Yeah.
did. You know what I mean? It's it's been around for like, we're talking pots and pans that have been around at least, a good 40 years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this pot was like boiling over, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get it off. I gotta get it off the stove, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had, emphasis here, Mike. I had this coat jacket that I had for many, many, many years in Boy Scouts, and it was like I don't know how to describe it. Like, it was definitely like really neoprene-y, but it had like this soft layer to it. It was basically
Mm-hmm.
it was a man-made coat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was man-made, but it was a really good coat. Like, it was good. I miss it. Um, and so in my young Boy Scout wisdom, I was like, hey, you know what? It's hot. I will just roll my sleeves forward onto my hands like oven mitts,
Mm-hmm.
and I will pick up this boiling pot of water that has just like it's like the kind of, like, the handle was like one of those like flop handles, like in a crescent
Oh.
shape, that's like just a singular piece of fucking
Oh,
wire
that gets hot.
metal. Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind, Mike.
Yeah.
And so I went and I grabbed it, you know, and set it down. Didn't think nothing of it. And then, it melted through a hole through the coat and caught both of my hands / sleeves on fire.
Yeah.
And then, there was screaming and stop, dropping, and rolling, which only made it worse, by the way. Probably because of where the fires were on the parts that could be flopping around instead of being stamped out.
Mm-hmm.
And burnt my coat. Got a big old fat burn line on both of my hands, like right in the palms. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Wrecked the coat. And then Of course, the complaint as the rest of my patrol came back was like, "Hey, why isn't the water still boiling so that we could cook our food?" And I'm like, "Well, the thing about that is,
Interesting question. Allow
there
me to field that one for
there
you.
was a fire, and I think I need a little bit of medical attention, or at least something cold. Like, where's a cold stream around this park?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?"
Anybody got some ice? Would be nice.
Yeah. So, I'll say probably that one. With an honorable close second to last year's. I think I mentioned on the show we were doing HelloFresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had the duck, and I never cooked duck before,
Oh,
and I think that's pretty much all you need to know about that. And there was a fire.
Oh yeah.
A good old duck grease fire. So, all right,
I love duck, by the way.
Oh,
love
duck is great. But like I also feel like duck is definitely one of the few birds that like you gotta cook it right, because as soon as you overcook it, it's a little too crispy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see. I like crispy skin duck.
Well, see, when I say crispy, I mean unedible crispy.
Oh no,
That's what I mean. I don't mean like
yeah. It
like,
has a hard.
I don't
Once
mean like
over,
it's finger licking crispy good. I mean like you can't, like jawbreaker.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Burnt to a crisp would be probably the modifier on that one.
Okay, this one is the time that Tater Tots tried to kill me.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, Jess and I lived together. We've been living together for 6 years, damn near. We're gonna get into how do you like living with your girlfriend, because this is the first time you've ever lived with your girlfriend, right?
That is correct, good sir.
We're gonna get back to that because I'm curious.
I mean, I've talked about it, but go ahead, ask your question.
But there's still more you're learning.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, you're still learning.
Oh, yes.
There's a puzzle to this, and you have to figure it out. Every puzzle's different.
Yeah, and I got a response on that one when you get to it that involves a chiropractor giving me a fucking book.
So, Jess went to go see a movie with her friends.
Okay.
And she was so excited to see this movie. And I was like, you go ahead and have fun. And I was working a lot of hours, and I was hungry. So I was like, I want tater tots. But I don't want to be like healthy and eat them from the oven like you should. I want to deep fry these motherfuckers.
Oh, no.
So I grabbed the pot, put that motherfucker on, poured some oil in it, brought it up good, threw the fucking tater tots on. And then something in my head said, hey, Mike, think about the universe for a split second and freak the fuck out. So I did. I came to with a whoosh, and the pot was on fire, so I grabbed it and ran out of the house and threw it into the yard, turning it off, right? Burnt my hand a little bit, whatever.
Sure.
I turned around and heard,
yep.
I came back in the kitchen, and we had a microwave mounted above the range.
Oh, yeah.
That was on fire.
Okay.
That was on fire. The ceiling was getting black, so I grabbed the fire extinguisher, hosed it down.
Oh, man.
I called Jess, and she's like, hey, babe, what's up? And I'm like, I might need you to come home. I think I might have set the kitchen on fire. And she came home, and it was bad, dude. Like, I destroyed the microwave. The microwave was just unusable. The cabinets were black. The ceilings were black. We had to replace everything in paint. That's how we got away with it.
Gosh.
The real kicker was still ate tater tots that day.
Oh, so the tater tots came out good.
Yeah, they came out great.
Oh, really?
I just couldn't it just set on fire.
Because my understanding on deep frying tater tots at home is you're not supposed to get the kind that are coated, because that's why they're pre-coated for the oven baking. My understanding is, like, if you want proper deep fried tater tots, you got to get like the completely raw tots. Is that what you had?
No.
Oh. Okay.
That information would have been crucial fucking yesterday, Tim.
Oh, gosh.
She still says shit about it to this day, Tim.
Oh, yeah? How long ago was that?
4 years.
Oh, gosh.
5. Yeah, okay. Four? Yeah, we just started living together, so like 4.5 years ago.
Okay.
Still lets me, still. Every time we have an argument, remember when you set our kitchen on fire? Like, God damn it, that was years ago.
Yup.
I make goddamn delectable cookies. I don't know if we brought that up yet.
Oh yeah, we've had whole episodes about your cookies, man.
My baking, I love baking.
I know, man. I know.
But Tim,
yeah,
what have you learned in living with Jessica? I'll go ahead and take my turn back.
I don't care.
And then you can go next.
Freestyle. I don't care. Yeah. What
did you learn, buddy? What
recently?
Did you? Yeah, because anybody who's lived with someone else with their significant other, they're like, yep.
Okay, so this is gonna sound really, really dumb for the basis of like a couple fight, like a real serious couple fight. So,
really?
Yeah.
Jess and I got into an argument over a cup of honey mustard from McDonald's.
Okay, well then this is probably about as dumb. And I think I mentioned it. Oh, actually, I mentioned it, but you weren't here on the show. I think I mentioned it on the Kono episode. Oh no, don't worry. Everyone else slept through that too. Whip crack. So Jessica was being connived by like 3 of her friends to get back into Pokemon Go because we were all going to do Community Day, right? Yeah, why wouldn't you? And she hasn't played since launch. Like she played at launch, hit like level 10 or something like that, and then like stopped playing. Like most people did until they either picked up the habit again and realized how much it changed or whatever, right? Pokemon Go things, right? And so me being hell of into it by the nature of like it's the one game I can play all day, every day, because of the nature of my work, and going places and, and then of course, with my work partner Brock, like it adds fuel to that gotta catch them all kind of thing. Especially because me and Brock were like he was the friend that was into it with me back in the day. So it's like extra nostalgic for us. I'm over here blowing out 90,000 steps in a week. By the way, you should fucking open up your goddamn gift that I sent you like 3 fucking weeks ago, Mike. Drives me crazy you don't open it. Oh, hold on. My bad, brother. Hold on. I got you right now. I'm going to do this shit right now, live on air. Oh, Brock too. Ew, yeah, you guys are pissed. Yeah, we get real mad when people don't open them in a day because you can only send 1 a day, Mike. Yeah, I know. I just have eggs. That's the problem. But I'm Mr. 90,000 steps, so I can hatch all the eggs I want. Yeah, goddamn right you can. You just have to remember to make sure that you see that they've hatched. Because that's my big fail. Is I forget all the time. I'll go a whole day at work and be like, "Damn, nothing hatched," and I look, and I'm like, "Motherfucker!" Oh God, me too, man. Me. Well, I mean, like I said, I 90,000 to 120,000 steps a week is usually what I average. Oh, I believe you. I believe you, dude. So, I hatch a lot of eggs. I'm a fertile bitch. Let me put it that way. Nice. So anyway, 2 weeks ago, so I borrow her account because I'm like, babe, we're gonna do a community day, and I've done a community day at this point. And I'm like, you're going to use everything in your inventory. And you're real low level, so you don't have inventory. And she's like, oh, I'll be fine. I was like, you got 20 Pokeballs. You're going to go through that in the first 30 fucking seconds. And then you're going to have to buy Pokeballs. And we're tight on money right now. So, like, what's up? Like, let me help you for, like, a day. And so, in my level 37 trainer wisdom, I'm like, hey, she don't need no Great Balls. She only needs regular Pokeballs and Ultra Balls. Because regular Pokeballs are basically real money, right? Yeah. And I'm just like, and she doesn't really need, like, all these berries because she's only, like, fucking level 10. Like, it's not a huge deal. So, for, like, a day, we work in Seattle, and, I attach my Pokeball Plus to it, and in, like, a day, I've got it. Her inventory maxed out, which is like 150 or something ridiculously low, and so I give it back to her, and, just by the nature of spin and Pokestops, I didn't catch anything for her because that was her stipulation. Like, don't catch anything. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. You got to catch your own shit. That's fine. You got to catch them all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And one of the nice features of the Pokeball Plus is you can actually choose, like you can tell it whether you want it to do stops and Pokemon or just stops. So I set it to
Cool.
just stops, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
We're doing an item run, doing a milk run for her character. Max it out, and I delete her like 30 great balls, and like I delete like her, I don't know, she had like 10 or 20 each of like the berries, because in my opinion, you know, like they're not as important as like mass catching, right?
Yeah.
And so then I give it back to her, and she's like, cool, thanks for giving me all the things. And I'm like, no problem. I was like, I accidentally leveled you up 2 levels because I was just spinning stops all day. Because that's what I do, you know? And then she's like, oh, that's cool. That's, you know, unavoidable. And then she's like, where the fuck are all my berries? And I was just like, oh, well, I deleted them because you don't have inventory space, and Pokeballs are much more important than, you know, your stuff. And she's like, well, that's not okay. You could have like fucking asked me. And I was like, okay, yes, I could have asked you, but I was like driving through Seattle. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna like fucking text you or give you a call when I need to be paying attention to driving, you know? And so I made an executive decision, and I was like, you know, these are more important things. And she's like, well, they're maybe more important for you because you're like high level. And she's like, I need those things. And I was like, okay, well, I don't think you do. And I play this game a lot, so I don't think. Okay, so I'm gonna be totally honest. I did not say any of this in the tone of voice that I'm saying it right now.
I'm sure
I
you
said
were
it in the tone
more...
of voice. I was like, you know, I'm gonna be fucking honest. I don't think you fucking know what the fuck you're talking about in this fucking game.
That's how she read it, I'm sure.
No, that's how I said it.
Oh.
Which was a mistake.
The error for... And this is where Tim fucked up, folks.
Oh, yes. It's a huge fuck up. Huge. And she was real mad. And it was so mad, like, because, like, you know, she's Hispanic. Like, she gets loud, right? And this was I am so mad at you right now. And that's what she said in that tone of voice. And I went, oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's beyond yelling. Oh, fuck.
Oh, you see, Tim jumped a decibel down. That's what happened.
Yeah, like I jumped the shark and I landed in a megalodon. That's what I did.
That's brilliant, actually.
Jumped the shark and landed in a megalodon.
Yeah. Jumped the shark and landed in the megalodon.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what it is, man.
Oh god, that's funny.
Thanks. Hey,
that's
trash cans
funny,
of the sea.
Dude. Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Trash can avoided the trash can of the sea, landed in the trash compactor. Like,
exactly.
That's exactly.
Holy shit! You megged it.
Yeah. You megged it. That's good. So anyway, I was real upset about it, and she was mad, and I could tell she was mad because she wasn't answering texts, and I had to go to chiropractic, and so I went to the chiropractor. I love this chiropractor. He's a really cool dude. And he was like, something seems to be stressing you out. And I was like, you know, I just had this really retarded fight with my girlfriend. And then he was like, okay, lay it on me. Doctor's in, even though I'm not that kind of doctor, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. So like we were fighting over, you know. And I felt like guilty because it's like, you know, like an older doctor or whatever. But the irony is that he'd like play Skyrim and video games and Counter-Strike and shit. So I don't know why I felt embarrassed. I just felt embarrassed. And I was like, you know, we're playing the mobile cell phone Pokemon game. And he's like, what, Pokemon Go? And I was like, yeah, Pokemon Go. You know? And I was like,
Pokemon Go.
You know, it's like, and I was like, I deleted these things, and she was mad, and like I can get them back, and like a whole thing, and now she's like super mad at me. And then he's like, I am going to tell you to take a specific book out of our lending library, and you should read it. And I was like, okay. And so like my chiropractor office, they have like a little little lending library, and you know, you write it on a piece of paper, you know, sign it out when or whatever, you know. And it's usually chiropractic stuff. But there was one book on the shelf, and it was Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. I don't know if you've heard of this book. I
have, actually.
Okay, cool. So that was the book. It was written in like...
good one.
It was like written in the 70s or the 80s or something.
Yeah, it's. I think they made a movie out of it too. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, I know the book.
Yeah, and there's been like 60 books since on similar subjects. And and I read the first chapter. Specifically, I read the first chapter while waiting in line for a mod pizza while trying to right my wrong of deleting the things from her account, logging into her account, and walking around like an outdoor strip mall to get Pokestops to try to right the wrong that I had done in the deletion, right? And like the book was talking about, like when, like he was like the dude in the book was talking about like the importance of like knowing that regardless of how similar people can be, that y'all for both are from different planets. And like, like when a man comes home after work, like he doesn't want to talk to a woman. He needs to like fucking chill for a minute, but like he knows that as a man in a relationship with a woman that he needs to like listen to the woman and like let her vent. Like even if like you don't even respond, like just let her fucking talk to you for like 30 minutes and then be like, cool, I'm gonna take like my man time or whatever for like an hour, and then we'll reconnoiter after that point as sane human beings.
That is 100% how to do it.
Yeah, I know. But see, I didn't fucking know this, Mike. I did not know this before. And ironically, we actually had a bit of a tiff mid last week, and it was just on this exact order because she's like, like I feel like you're not paying like enough attention to me, even though we like live together, And I communicated to her from like the point of the book of like, it's like I am on like almost 24/7, and I don't want to be on for like an hour or two when I get home, And then she's like, well, what do you mean you're on? I was like, well, I'm always like selling or working or being nice to customers. And then the other half of the day is driving. And then a big comparison between Brock working with me and the previous guy, Jeremy, is like me and Brock have known each other our entire fucking lives. Yeah. So like the amount of podcasts and things that I'll like listen to while driving has dropped 99% because like we will like I'll hear a 30-second question on a podcast and then me and Brock will talk about it for like 4 hours.
Oh, dude. I'm the same way.
And on the one hand, like it sucks I'm not getting my podcast done, but on the other hand, like I'm talking to my boy, and we're having great, awesome, like if we could record the shit during work, like I would have an endless stream of fucking awesome content. Cause like we were shooting shit around like the other day. We were talking about like which movies, and like we were talking like those kind of questions we were dealing out last week, but just like rapid fire, like all day.
Yeah.
That was that kind of stuff. But anyway, I feel like I've rambled a lot from whatever the fuck your original question was.
What did you learn? Anything new? Anything you didn't expect?
Oh, from living together?
Yeah.
That I didn't expect.
Yeah.
I don't know. I may have already talked about this, but I suppose the thing that I didn't expect was like the whole like sleep habits thing.
Yeah.
And like both of us having to meet like a middle ground on that thing. Because like I'll go to sleep whenever, and she's like ready to go to bed at like 10:30, and I'm just like I'm not, like I don't roll that way.
Yeah. Oh, cool. You're going to bed super early.
Yeah, and I'm like I could be playing video games.
I'm up.
Or watch a show, or something. So, yeah, I would say that one's probably been the biggest. I never thought about it before because, like, I'm late to the game. I'm living with somebody, but like, it's like okay, I anticipated there would be dinner issues, and I anticipated there would be like, sharing a bathroom issues, and I anticipated that there would be, being in the same space for pretty much the entirety of the time, with the exception of like when I drive out from work, which is Monday through Friday. And so it's like I anticipated all of that stuff, you know, and had heard horror stories or good stories or whatever about it. So it was like I was like, okay, these things are gonna change, you know. But the thing that never occurred to me for whatever reason was really the sleep thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it takes a while when you get used. And then right now, Jess is so used to me sleep. Like my Jessica is so used to me going to bed late that she just like she'll wake up, hey, and then go right back to sleep.
See, yeah, mine won't wake up because like when she's out, she's out. She is like she is a goddamn like 1984 sawmill.
I get it. I get it. I mean, I've had a lot of broken noses, so.
Oh, really?
I snore.
From sleep?
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. So, like, your Jess like just punches you in the face if you snore too loudly?
No. I snore because I've had a lot of broken noses. No, she's no.
Oh, you snore because like there's some fucking damage.
If I lay on my back, I snore. That's what I've been told.
I got you. Okay, well then that presents another question. What side do you primarily sleep on?
The door side.
Oh, no. Like back, front, left, right.
Oh, I'm on my left side.
Okay.
Or on my stomach. Sometimes it depends on like if I'm really tired. Like this morning, I was really tired, so I woke up belly down with my right leg in the air.
Okay, fair enough.
Comfortable.
Hey, you don't have to tell me twice about weird ligaments just in the air for no reason. Yeah, I'm a back sleeper or a left side sleeper.
Okay.
But to make you feel good about the things being up in the air, sometimes my arms will just be straight up in the air. Like I'm permanently in the first step of the zombie dance.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know why, it's just fucking comfy. I don't know when that started happening, but it just did.
No, hey, if it's comfortable, it's comfortable.
And it was hilarious because like I had like a boyfriend girlfriend meeting about sleep, and she was like, "Okay, what's up with the arm thing? It fucking freaks me out." And I'm like, "No, it's fucking comfy." You know, it's not every time. You know, I'd say it's like
okay, so it's not every time you go to sleep your arm is extended. It's just a random.
I'll say it's like either unconsciously or sometimes consciously. I'll just like put it there. And then I don't know what it is about my body, but like I have to spend like no conscious effort to like hold it there. So it just kind of like just stays.
Yeah.
You know, like a drunk sleeping standing up, you know?
Yeah. I sleep with my arm underneath my pillow.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of extended. So I get it, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, I understand you. But it was funny because like she was like, "I don't get it. It's creepy. Can you stop doing it?" I was like, "No, it's comfortable." And so then one night she was like, "Okay, you know what? Your fucking thing's weird." She's like, "But I'm gonna try it." And so like a couple hours in, you know, we're like going to sleep, and I hear her whisper, and she's like, "You know what? This is actually really comfortable." And I'm just like, "I told you."
This is really great. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. I have a question for you, good sir.
All right.
I was thinking about it. Oh, we're swapping stories here. So, what? And I imagine that there's probably a couple, but like, what is the main booze or hard liquor that you've had that you will never have again because of the experience that it gave you?
Tequila.
Oh, really? Tequila's your thing?
Tequila.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh man.
Interesting. Ooh. Okay.
I've had some terrible experiences with tequila. Just horrific.
Yeah.
Fights. Just.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So, sub question to that. Are you a happy drunk or mean drunk?
Generally, I'm a happy drunk.
Okay, cool.
Tequila makes me mean.
Tequila's the tequila's the fucking venom symbiote.
It's the rage.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, sweet. Okay, fair enough.
So, what is it for you?
So, I have a really complicatedly sad thing. So it's Jameson whiskey.
Okay.
I used to be a whiskey guy, but as may or may not have been mentioned because it's a long time ago, totally over it. So I had a girlfriend who was murdered, and Jameson was the drink of choice at the time to go through it. And so now, like I can't even.
It puts you right back in that headspace.
Yeah, like I can't even get near it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Nothing against
would
Irish
make
whiskey,
sense.
but
No,
can't do it.
I get it. I get it.
And I would say runner up in kind of a weird, totally different psychological state is so mojitos. I love mojitos, but if I have a mojito, I don't know what happens after I've drank it.
It's like me and Sex on the Beach.
It is just gone.
Yep. Yep.
I'm told
you get the shark eyes.
Shark
eyes?
Get dead,
sure. Yeah, dead eyes.
Sure, something like that, yeah. But yeah, like a good mojito from scratch. Love them. I know they're delicious. I don't know what happens after I drink them.
Dude, no shit. That's me with Sex on the Beaches or screwdrivers.
Really?
Don't know why.
Screwdriver? Okay. Fair enough.
I love screwdrivers. Ugh.
Fair enough.
One goes down, then they all go down, my friends.
Fair enough. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. Sub question. Okay. On the subject of alcohol, what is the go-to alcohol that you know will get you drunk the fastest?
Ooh, the go-to alcohol that Red Bull and vodka.
Okay, that's a fair choice. That's a fair choice. Mine is Yukon Jack and root beer.
Oh man, wow, that sounds delicious.
Oh, you never had it?
No.
If you look it up on Google, it's either called, depending on the type of root beer it's made, it's either called a snake bite or a bark bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing, dude.
Oh yeah, root beer and Yukon Jack go together like fucking PB&J.
Oh, dude, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a question for you. Since you mentioned PB&J.
Oh, okay.
What if I was to say, hey, Tim, let's make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Walk me through it. What kind of peanut butter? What kind of jelly? Do you use preserves? Because I mean,
okay. Do you want old Tim or Tim who can't eat anything?
Well, this Tim.
This
obviously.
Tim, I wouldn't eat a PB&J in this day and age.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not.
Okay.
Because it doesn't taste the same because of the bread.
Okay, old Tim then.
Old Tim, give me Jiffy Cream, fucking Wonder Bread or Franz. You know, that white ass white bread. And then either, I'm not terribly picky, I'd say either a jelly or a jam, but it's got to be like blackberry or raspberry.
Okay.
That's how I would roll with a PB&J. And I don't have anything particularly against like crunchy or anything. Because the irony of the way that I grew up, like I grew up with Adams peanut butter.
Okay.
It was like I don't know if you have that over there.
No, I'm not familiar.
Okay, it's basically just like it's like a natural, like it's like the natural peanut butter, like usually right next to Jif, because you know Jif's got like shit in it essentially.
Sure.
Like it's not a pure peanut butter, as it were.
No.
You know, and Adams was like, if you had made the peanut butter in the store yourself and put it into a jar, essentially.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah, that's Adams. That's all Adams is. It's just
okay.
Like, because like I'm sure you've probably been to a store where you used to like make your own peanut butter.
I have.
Yeah.
I've made my own peanut butter.
Yeah. So like, when I grew up, it was either that or Adams peanut butter, and it's the same thing. It's just in a jar. But the reason I say Jif is because A, it's Jif, and B, when I go to grandma's, she had Jif. She had Jif or Skippy, and it just fucking tasted so much better. Probably because it was super. I mean, there were peanuts in it, but there's other shit in Jif. So I would say that's what it would be for me for PB&J.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Better question, sub question. Crust on or crust off?
Crust on.
Okay, sliced or not sliced?
Uh, There's a tricky question. If
Ooh.
I'm doing it myself, I slice it. Like if I'm eating it right there, it's
Yeah.
sliced. If I'm taking it with me, it's not sliced. I'm also a okay, this is gonna sound really weird. If it's with strawberry jam or preserves,
Okay.
it has to be crunchy peanut butter. If it's with
Okay.
anything else, including strawberry jam or preserves, it can be creamy. And it's
Hmm.
we do Peter Pan.
Hmm.
But we have actually started doing the Walmart brand because we go through so much peanut butter
Hmm.
that like a big jar, I think it's like $2 or $3. It's like maybe
Mm-hmm.
48
Mm-hmm.
ounces.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be gone next week
Hmm. Okay.
because I'll just dip a spoon in peanut butter and eat it.
Hmm. Okay. Fair.
Not like back to back. Like I won't eat it like a goddamn, but it would just be like, oh, I'm kind of hungry. Wow.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I have a third sub-alternate thing on the topic of PB&J.
All right.
So I used to make these sandwiches, especially in my teen years, that I would call peanut butter jelly subs. And so what I would do is I would take like a French roll or like a hoagie roll,
Yep. And make a big one.
and I would carve out
Make a canoe.
like a canoe. Yeah, a canoe on each side,
Mm-hmm.
peanut butter, jam, jelly, whatever. Fucking fold that shit over.
Yeah.
Yep. PB&J
Done
sub.
that. I've done a grilled peanut butter and jelly.
I've never had it grilled.
It's fucking delicious.
I bet it would be,
my
man.
God.
God.
Here's what you do. You take some butter. You
Mhm.
put butter in the pan
Mhm.
and you get like a good coating going. And then you put butter on the bread too.
Mm.
You put peanut butter, you put your jelly. You don't go to the edges. You give it a little bit of wiggle room.
Mhm.
Right before you put the sandwich in, you take a little bit of confectioner sugar, powdered sugar,
Ooh.
blast the pan, and make sort of like a crust. Like it makes it like a glazed donut, PB&J.
Mm. Mm.
Oh my God, dude! I ate one once, and Jess looked at me when I came walking out, and she's like, "What the fuck was that?" And I'm like, "Grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich." And she's like, "Hey Houdini, what other magic do you know?" Did you want me one? Did you want me to make you one? She's like, "Yeah, please go make me one. They look amazing."
That sounds really good.
And I made it. She was like, "I'm mad," and I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "That's fucking delicious." I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay. Well, then my question to you then, even though we went all subtopic on PB&J, what is the best sandwich that you would make for yourself?
Okay. I would take some butter,
Okay.
put it in the pan,
Mm-hmm.
first chop up some fresh garlic, hit that with it, make sort of like a garlic butter.
Okay.
Then basically, bread. I would probably do like a challah bread, like a real thick bread.
Okay.
Just a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of honey mustard, some turkey. Not like the turkey, but like actually like cook a turkey and cut pieces off that. Put that down. Some cheddar cheese, a little bit of pepper jack. Maybe put that down on the bread side so it sticks. Then the turkey. Then you put some cheddar in the middle. Bacon. Put another little bit of turkey. The same thing that was on the bottom, right on the top. Boom. Hit it with a panini press.
Damn. That sounds exotic and awesome. I dig it. I dig it. I will have to get you to write that down to me, and I'll have to try a slightly altered timable version of that. That's pretty dope. I don't know why we're talking about food. Like I didn't eat too long ago, so or I did eat too long, or I ate a little while ago. So I'm like, I don't know what.
I think you don't know anybody until you've eaten their food that they've cooked.
That's an interesting assessment. I can see that. I can see that. Like I wouldn't say like I'm a great cook. Like there's a couple of things I cook really well. Like I've said before, I make biscuits that are, I guess, as good as sex. And then Jessica loves my completely altered from standard formula so that I could eat them Cubanos.
Oh yeah.
But she's told me numerous times that it's better than sex, which I guess I will take both as a compliment and a slam, because it's like, on the one hand, I'm the one giving the sex, but on the other hand, I'm also the one making the sandwich. So
There's nothing that good. I want to tell you that right now, sir.
There's no sandwich better than sex?
There's nothing better than sex.
Oh, okay.
If God made anything better than ass, he kept it for himself.
Oh man.
All right, Tim, hold on.
Yeah.
We're precipicing on some things here, some potential topics off the rip.
Oh, I see. You weren't going to ask me what my sandwich is?
Yeah.
Because I'm actually really excited about this, and I'll tell you why, because I found some French hoagie roll breads that are of the gluten-free variety that I can eat, and I'm real fucking excited to make this sandwich this week.
Dope.
So my I don't know what the name is for it. I just call it a Timwich, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I'll tell you the standard way that I would make it, the non can't eat anything adulterated version. So it would be French hoagie roll.
Okay.
And then I would have sautéed roast beef. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Then I'll have like honey ham, but like a good honey ham, like deli slice, like from like fucking Boar's Head, or like a deli, like a real deli, not like fucking Walmart or some shit.
I get it.
And then I'll get usually a nice, usually like a honey glazed turkey deli slice, or honey roasted. That'll work in a pinch too. And so like I'll get those. I'll get about 3 slices each. So we got real meaty sandwich right there.
Yeah.
We've got some good Dijon honey mustard. Okay. Then we'll get some mayonnaise on there. We'll get some Havarti cheese. And then we'll coat the Havarti cheese in cream cheese. Okay. A little salt and pepper. I prefer Telecherry pepper if we're going real fancy. And then we'll do some romaine lettuce. And then, even though it's a cold sandwich, I like to press it down into itself.
Yeah.
So it's like, A, holds the sandwich together. B, will fit in a goddamn Ziploc. Because at this point, it's too thick. You know
also,
what I mean?
that Havarti will get right into everything then.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you basically want it so that the cream cheese presses through the little mousy cheese holes of the Havarti. And and then you eat it. And that's my ultimate sandwich.
Man, that's good. Oh, what's something else that you make? That because you said biscuits. Mine, by the way, is French toast.
Ooh, yeah, we've talked about your French toast.
Yeah. I actually made that this week because Jess had one of her friends stayed the night because they went to a pure romance party. Good sir.
What the fuck is a pure romance party? What's that?
A pure romance party is a dildo party, my friend. It's like a sex toy, lube, stuff like that. Like it's all dirty shit. So my Jess went 2-1.
First of all, my face is agape.
Yep.
I've never heard of this before. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that it exists, but I'm surprised to hear about it.
Really? You've never heard of pure romance?
Never heard of it? Nope.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, basically they sell dildos and sex toys and all kinds of weird shit.
Okay. Fair enough.
So my Jess went with one of her friends, Hannah.
Okay.
And I stayed home and played video games, as one would do in that situation.
Sure. Yeah.
Because it was like it's a dudes only. It was like no dudes, basically. It was no men allowed type of situation.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
So they went. I stayed home, played video games.
Yeah.
They come home at like 1:00 in the morning, pissed drunk.
Oh dear. Okay.
Pissed drunk, just drunk.
Okay.
And I was like, "Hey, babe, what happened?" She's like, "I got some stuff. It's gonna be real, real fun." I'm like, "All right, cool." I won't go into details, obviously.
Okay, that's fine.
But there was a lot of stuff purchased that day.
Okay.
Have you ever had sex so much your ball hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I imagine that that your limit on that is much higher than mine.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I can say that. And still maintain some masculinity.
Yeah. Dude, my balls hurt so bad right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, she got this
Oh,
butter
this was recent.
yesterday.
Oh,
last night.
Shit. Okay.
She got this butter that tastes like waffles.
Okay.
It's like butter lube, and it tastes like waffles.
Okay.
And some like warming, tingling stuff that tastes like a cream donut that makes your tongue numb. That I didn't realize it made your tongue numb.
Is that like a good numb, or like
no,
you're having
like
an allergic reaction numb?
Not like an allergic reaction. It's numbing.
It's got some fucking Novocaine in there or some shit.
Maybe something like that.
Okay.
I'm like, cool. Now I can't do anything.
Okay.
Oh, dude. But like, when I got up this morning, her friend was there. She was like, "We're hungry." And I'm like, "Oh, you're hungry?" And she was like, "Oh, after last night, I'm pretty hungry." And I'm like, "Oh shit, all right." So I made pan Purdue. I made my French toast.
Mm-hmm.
I always get excited when I make it because it always means making sausage and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what's something you make?
My thing is my biscuits, probably. My biscuits and my my completely, utterly altered I just said my Cubanos.
Oh yeah.
Biscuits are, so I go from an old 1950s Betty Crocker cookbook. And I've actually gotten to the point where both my regular biscuits and my gluten-free biscuits are apparently almost equally as desirable and sexy, at least according to the people who eat them. Mm-hmm. I basically just follow the recipe. I freehand a little bit just based on texture and like how it's feeling, and I don't really alter the fucking thing that much. Besides, I just add I think I add like a couple tablespoons of just granular table sugar, and then I just make it with care, and they just seem to come out 9 times out of 10 fucking amazing. So I would say that. And then the other one, which is more recent in the last couple of years, because I started making them, I think, this summer I met my Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched the movie Chef, and I was like, I've never had a Cubano, and I now need to make one. Have you seen the movie Chef, Mike?
I have, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you get it.
Yeah.
You watch a fucking movie, but that's a good movie, but a food movie in the middle of the night when you're hungry, you of course go out the next fucking day and try to replicate that fucking food. So obviously I had to make a lot of changes because a lot of the way that the stuff that you put on there I can't eat. So I used a Franz gluten-free. Basically looks like a sandwich bread, although it's kind of lumpy and not really shaped like it tries to look like a sandwich bread, but it just comes out.
It tries its best, but it's like close enough.
Yeah, basically, like the flavor and the texture is great, but it definitely looks like someone's third time they used a bread making machine. Mm-hmm. And so I used that, coated each side with butter, and then of course the big thing is the roast beef. That's the biggest component. And at the time, they just happened to have, I forget what brand it is because it was Costco, so it was there, and then it was gone, the next month. And it was thick sliced beef, and it was in some kind of, I don't know, roast or some sort of juices that was awesome. I don't know what it was because I've had to change it every time. Because that's really the thing about the Cubanos is every time I've not been able to find the same beef or the same type of beef.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate. So it changes a little bit every time I've made it. But this particular summer that I was making them, and the one where Jessica said they were better than sex, was I had these slices, and they were basically all ready to go. And then I would pull them out of the package cold, and like they're already like seasoned and whatnot. But I would do them up right. So I would sear them some more, I'd use a little bit of steak salt seasoning, a little Montreal steak salt seasoning.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what's up.
I fuck with Montreal steak seasoning. Might be one of my favorite seasonings, other than like honey mustard and lemon pepper.
It goes with fucking everything. Let's be honest. Let's fucking be honest. It goes with everything. So I'd use some of that.
Montreal chicken and steak.
I'd use some of that. I'm a huge fan of the Telecherry pepper. As you may or may not know, Telecherry pepper is one of the 13 or 27 ingredients that's in KFC chicken. That's what makes it so
really?
Yeah, that's what makes it so goddamn finger looking good. Like, it's the best pepper you've ever put in your mouth. Like, the best cracked black pepper, I should say.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what kind it is. But anyway, Telecherry pepper. Fucking, if y'all never heard of Telecherry pepper, go buy yourself some Telecherry pepper and tell me that it is not the best fucking pepper you have ever put in your mouth. Just saying. I'm just saying. So anyway, sear it with that and some Montreal steak seasoning. Then I'll get some Tillamook cheddar slices, one on each side to seal the meat in with the buns. God, I feel like I'm forgetting like 3 ingredients right now. It's been a little while since I've made them. Actually, it's probably been a year since I've made them, honestly. I think there's 3 other ingredients. I don't remember what they are. I'm not trying to be a dick and coy. I just don't remember right now. I'm on a show. There's 3 other things I do, and I feel like they were like fancy cook steps, like not necessarily like I added more ingredients, but like I did some things like prep work to make it come out better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, I know what one of them was. So one of them is, I would lightly toast the pieces of bread. Then I would butter each side so they're already hot, so the butter melts into the bread. Then I would pan sear them with the meat and the cheese. And I think I added some caramelized onions. Don't quote me on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because I don't have a panini press, like apparently you do, I would just do, I would get 2 spatulas. And the reason I have 2 is so A, you can flip the whole sandwich without it fucking falling apart. One on each side. And then
hold it down.
B, to hold it down. And then just get that shit real hot and seared in. I know what one of the other things was. In the searing, it was butter and coconut oil. That's what it was. Yeah. So that gets it real hot, and then it also gives it that nice kind of little caramely, little bit of nutty flavor. Yeah. Yeah, now I want Cubanos.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a real Cubano. Obviously, there's a lot more stuff that goes in a real Cubano, but I can't have all that other stuff. So that was my kind of...
This is what I have. This is what I use.
Yeah, this is what I can use. So that's what I went with.
All right, Tim.
Yeah.
Would you rather go on The Amazing Race with me as your partner, or on Fear Factor with me as your partner?
Ugh. So I personally think we would have more fun on The Amazing Race, because I am a pussy and will probably like dive out early on Fear Factor. Because like the second it comes to eating something gross, I'm probably out.
Well, that's why I'm your man.
I'm just telling you. Like, oh yeah, like if it's partners in that way, like it's like, okay, you do this, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I meant by partners.
But if it's like moving over some shit over a truck, like, yeah, I'd be fucking scared, but I'd do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's you got a fucking wire. You're fine.
Dude, I think we would have more fun on The Amazing Race.
Oh, I agree. I think your worldliness and then probably some of my survival skills, I think that would be a very good pairing. Honestly.
Somebody said Naked and Afraid once. When I asked them that question, I was like, if we could, I asked, like, I always say, hey, if you could go on any reality show with me, which one would you want to go on? And the dude went, Naked and Afraid. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, his thing was, you don't know somebody until you see them naked. I'm like, no, you know a lot of people. You know a lot of people, you weirdo. So the first thing that comes out of our mouth, like, hey, dude, your dick is out.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Amazing Race would be hilariously fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Question for you. Hmm.
It's a tough one.
What is like a big, huge public event type of thing, like a concert or like a PAX or a convention or something like of that nature? Because I know you're a little skittish around those, despite your yearly ritual. What is like one kind of event thing like that which you think that I would be the perfect shepherd for you on?
Honestly, I would. If I had my druthers, I'd rather go to like a concert for some famous like sound,
Mm-hmm.
for like soundtracks and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like John Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather go to like a John Williams concert with you
Mm-hmm.
and just hear you geek out over the music.
Oh yeah.
But I
Okay.
think a fun one would be PAX.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. I'm the PAX guy. That's for sure. I mean, it started in my hometown, so like,
yeah.
you know, I know it, and I've met the dudes who are really nice in person. By the way, the writers of Penny Arcade and writer and artist of Penny Arcade, they're super awesome. But yeah, especially and especially like if it was like my PAX, like the one in Seattle, because it's been here for so long. Like, there's so many like.
Well, yeah, I would go. That's what I meant
Little
by shepherd. You
extra
would show me
fucking
around the
things,
city.
Yeah. Well, that
That's
would be
what
a great introduction because you do go around the whole fucking city because it's so big. It's and yeah, one convention center could not contain it. Although they're building a brand new convention center, so we'll see whenever that gets finished. It might all be in one roof one year, which honestly might not be good considering its size.
Yeah.
I think last year they crested like 85,000 people or something. Like, so
that's a large amount of humanity.
Yeah, no shit. It's a lot of people who don't know about underarm deodorant.
You said it, not me.
You know what? And I'll continue to say it until the conditions improve. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, that's my question to you, good sir. What you got? What you got?
You could bring back one TV show that was canceled. What would it be? Caveat would be. I don't think so.
I feel like we did this last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
All right.
I do feel like we did this last week. And I think it was something. I know it's terrible because it's like we record the shows and edit them. But as I'll tell anybody who asks me, like, oh, why did you remember what happened last week? And I was like, well, because A, we did it in the moment. Then B, I edited it. And as soon as I edit it and it's gone, I forget about it. Like, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Because, like, I don't have the hard drive capacity to keep this shit together for more than a show. As it were. Physical, mental hard drive capacity I'm talking about. Because, yeah, I think last week I said I was thinking, obviously, the thing should be Firefly, but I think I went with Tailspin. Or no, or was it Batman Beyond? It was something like that, was my response.
Okay. That might be it then.
Because yours was, it was the show you watched with your dad, right? That thing?
No, that was the movie. Stalag 17.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think we did it. Because we forgot about it. That's how we know we did it. It's because we forgot about
that's true. That's true. What? If you could have an event called a meal with Tim.
Oh, okay.
Where you get a meal hand designed by you.
Oh.
That would describe you as a person.
Oh.
What would be on that meal?
Okay. If it was a meal designed to communicate to another person based on my food tastes, who I am as a person.
Yes.
Okay, well, so there would be a pizza, but there would be baby back ribs on it. The pizza would be, the kind of a more classic pizza, red sauce, cheese, nice crust, all of the meats on it. It would be a meat lover's pizza of some kind. There'd be baby back ribs on it, probably a side of biscuits. Um, then there would probably be like a little bento box sidecar of sushi, if people don't know what the fuck a bento box is. And let's see, there would have to be some Polish sausage with pierogies, and probably some. And then there would probably be like like for dessert, there would be a probably just really good, hot, freshly made apple pie. And then for your drinks, you would probably have um, you'd probably have you'd probably have like a couple of mixed drinks. You'd definitely have like the Yukon and root beer mixed.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd also have probably like a little nightcap cup of Irish cream and Kahlua, 50-50. Cold, not watered down by fucking ice. And then you'd probably also have some Cat and Morgan rum in there in some fashion. Not necessarily mixed, but just to like complement the meal, since that's the question we're trying to answer here in this hypothetical scenario. Yeah, and you'd probably have Di Serono and Jägermeister split 50-50 as well, like maybe as like a chaser or something. Yeah, I think that'd be what it would be.
Okay. No, that's brilliant that you got that deep into it. I'm so happy you got that deep into it. Who the fuck am I kidding?
What about you? What would you serve to a dinner with Mike that would, without words, tell everybody about you in food form?
I mean, there would definitely be uni. There would be a nice crunchy tuna,
You probably need to explain to our audience what uni is, because I feel like there's a lot of people who don't know fucking what uni is.
Uni is sea urchin roe, the eggs of a sea urchin, and it tastes like candy made from ocean.
That is the best description I've ever heard. Tastes like candy made from ocean.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it, right?
I love it.
It's accurate.
Go for it.
I'm a fan of spicy tuna. A nice gyoza, a nice dumpling would also be there. A watermelon salad.
Okay.
Watermelon because my birthday is in July.
Okay.
I feel like it would play that into it. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm getting pretty deep into it.
That's fine. Go for it. Go deep. Go all the way.
At that part of the meal, the beverage would be this is going to sound terrible, and I will explain if need be. Okay. Miller High Life.
Okay. I don't think you need to explain that.
Okay. Some people don't know what Miller High Life is. It might be like a...
I mean, I feel like if you've, had a Miller, you know what fucking Miller High Life is.
The champagne of beers, my friend. It's exactly. The champagne of beers. For dinner, there would be a slow ribs. I would prefer maybe a boar. like a wild boar
yeah, there
type of
you
thing.
go. Okay.
I had wild boar this week.
Okay.
I did. I had bacon. Wild boar bacon. It's delicious. Also would be a bear burger.
Ooh.
Think of like a hamburger, but of your choosing. You know, the way it's cooked and with what accoutrement. That's your choice. You know, cheese and whatnot. That's to their discretion, because I believe that a burger, there's no wrong way to eat a burger. Everyone is right. Okay. Like, how you eat your burger. Yep, that's right. That's how I feel about it, because there's never, I've never had a bad burger.
Ever?
Ever.
I mean, even at like a fucking fast food place, and they just like, it was not good?
No, I love cheeseburgers, dude. I love burgers.
Okay, fair enough.
Burgers are without sin to me, my friend.
Interesting. I mean, I'm talking like a burger that was like undercooked and gave you food poisoning.
Oh yeah, tons.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, tons.
Like,
I've eaten a lot of burgers in my life, sir.
Because I'm like, you know, it can't be every burger, because like somebody somewhere at some point is gonna get food poisoning from a cheeseburger from someplace. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Several.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you meant like bad as in like a bad burger, like, you know, it wasn't good. Like, no, all cheeseburgers are good.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like, you know, because even like a bad burger is at least like edible, but I'm talking like it.
Calling Dave. iPhone.
No, shut the fuck, no. Okay, y'all hear that?
Jesus.
So somehow in there, Siri decided to take over from my watch and call my fucking father.
And decided to call Dave's iPhone.
Oh, God.
Yeah, if we ever got your dad on the cast, that would be hilarious.
That would never happen. I'll tell you that right now.
You know, I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. He does not know the show exists. Or cares to, for that matter. Shit, that was a really good question, Mike.
Thanks. Dessert would be a peach cobbler or an apple crisp.
Yeah, there you go.
Made with fresh whipped cream and macaroons and cannolis, which I've just learned how to make recently.
Nice. Gosh, what? Man, that's such a good question. I don't know how to make a question that's going to like sound simple, but then reach deep into the... I don't know. You reach deep in that one.
And all this because I said, and I quote, "You get to learn a lot from you. You really get to know somebody because when you eat their cooking."
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Were you a fan of Legos growing up?
No.
No. Oh, Jesus.
No.
Okay, well then I can't ask this question then. Okay, well then follow-up question, why were you not a fan of Legos?
I don't know. There were just never Legos in my house.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. They were never around. Yeah, they
were never around. None of my siblings ever played with them.
Okay, fair enough. What about Transformers?
Yeah.
Transformers around your house?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you could, I'll give you multiple choice on this one. If you could either bring back your favorite Transformer toy from as a child and like make a new like improved version, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or have a Transformer toy that they never made, or at least that you're aware of, because I'm sure they probably have at this point. Like, what would it be? And why? Like, what's the rationale? You know what I mean? Because, like, I feel, much like your food thing, who you dig in Transformers says a fucking lot about you as a person.
I'd want, like, a really dope Megatron, but from Beast Wars.
Oh, dude, that's so funny you bring that up. So I literally was cruising around YouTube last night, and David Kaye, who's the voice actor of that Megatron, was talking about how he came to that voice. It was fucking glorious. I've got it in my history. I'm gonna shoot it over to you because it's fucking awesome.
Cool, yeah, please do.
It's so good. Yeah. Not based on who you might think, by the way. At least according to the voice actor. Like how he got to that Megatron. Yes. You know the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one from Beast Wars.
Yeah, exactly. So, but which iteration of that Megatron? Because there were several in that series.
Right before it got to Fusors is the one I liked.
Fusors. Okay, so there was the original. There was the original one, who's T-Rex. Then there was the Transmetal, which is still T-Rex, but he had like little fucking hovercraft things that popped out of his fucking thighs. And then he turned into a goddamn red dragon.
Oh, the red dragon. That's the one.
Okay. So you would have a transformer of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like all dope and like high metallic and all that. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I have that transformer, Mike.
Oh, does it exist?
Yeah, I have it from that era, and it is dope as hell, and it is shiny red metal and all this fucking shit, and it's actually one of my favorite transformers, like actual toy, like it's legit. It's so legit. In fact, funny story about this. Story time, folks. So, my mom got that as a birthday gift for a friend of mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, that is the coolest fucking thing ever, and is so much cooler than any other gift like you could possibly get. And so I talked my mom out of giving that as a birthday gift to a friend of mine.
Well played.
In favor of a lesser transformer.
Well played, sir. That's what you do.
Do not regret it.
No, this is survival of the fittest. This is not a game, folks. I'll shank somebody if I ever saw like a dope ass, like the dope ass Dragonzoid whistle from like 3 Comic-Cons ago.
Oh yeah.
I'd shank somebody. I'd shank a 6-year-old for that. Bang! Hit it right with a little knife, right above their little tummy hole. They don't care.
But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And in fact, I think that is in fact one that they did actually do, like a slightly upgraded reprint of, like a couple of years ago. Because I remember a couple of years ago they were like reprinting all the Beast Wars stuff, and I was like, oh fuck me.
Beast Wars was super dope.
It was the greatest. Really good writing in that show. Let's be honest.
No one trusted Rat Trap. No one trusted the dinosaur one, the raptor one.
Oh, the raptor one?
The raptor one.
Oh, God. What the fuck was his name? I'm drawing a blank terribly, which is horrible because he was like the coolest. Dinobot. That's who he was.
Dinobot.
The fucking simplest name in the
world. I didn't
want
to say Dinobot because all of them are Dinobots technically.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You were not wrong. But yeah, Dinobot. Dinobot was the fucking shit.
No one trusted him. Remember?
Yeah, because he defected from the fucking Predacons.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember the fusion ones?
Yeah.
The what was it? The scorpion with the cobra tail.
Yeah. Scorponok.
Yeah, Scorponok.
Yeah, fucking Scorponok. Yeah, of course I remember Scorponok. He's fucking awesome. Goddamn Beast Wars. It was fantastic.
Goddamn Beast Wars, yeah, right?
Okay, man. All right, well, that led interesting places. All right. What's your question?
I think that was my question, wasn't it?
No, it was mine, bitch.
Oh, what movie scene has ever made, like, is there a movie scene that makes you tear up every time?
Yes. Spider-Man 2 train scene. Every fucking time. Without fail. It's so perfect. I mean, right?
Yeah. I mean...
No?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever teared up to that scene, but that's like that's a deeply personal thing. Why
Sure.
What makes people tear up?
Yeah. I mean, like for me, it was like, it was the Spider-Man thing, but it was the fact that like in the first movie, he's kind of shit on, right, as Spider-Man, and like he was basically about to get fucking killed
right? And then New York, as a group, didn't fucking care that he was a kid and was like, you know what? We are going to stand up to the fucking big bad because our superhero, our champion, is AFK at the moment. And I'm just like, God damn, that's beautiful. God damn, that's beautiful.
Hmm.
So I would say that
I
one.
mean, no, that's something that's cool. I've never thought of it like that. That deep.
Yeah.
Mine is I Am Legend when he
Oh,
took. Oh, yep.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Every single fucking time.
It makes
100%.
sense, especially because it's a German Shepherd.
It was a German
Right?
Shepherd, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yep.
Every time.
Oh, man. That's super true. Super true. It's just true. Super good, though.
It was a good movie.
Yeah. Very underrated. I don't think it holds up as well, just because the special effects definitely don't hold up well.
Yeah.
Like, it's God, that movie's got to be at least 15 years old, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
It's old. I know that much.
If you could have a video game of any genre with any two, like a versus, like with any like two franchises, like what would it be?
Oh, I mean, are you going as deep as Marvel vs. Capcom? Like, can it be that big, or do you want like a smaller?
No, you can do something like that. But it like can't exist already, you know, because it's like you could say like Kingdom Hearts, you know, you got Disney and you got Square. Capcom versus Marvel, obviously you got Capcom and Marvel, you know, and then there's like a bunch of fucking characters in Smash Brothers now too.
Yeah.
Know? So it's like
I'd want to see, and I think it's possible that we will actually get to see this one day. Like the Shonen Jump series of characters versus Marvel.
Oh, interesting. That's a good choice. Good stable of characters versus each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
You could also add Mortal Kombat. You know, you could trade out Marvel for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, except that'll never happen because
No,
NetherRealms is owned by WB, and that's why there's injustice. Yeah. That's why there's injustice. And then whatever the Mortal Kombat was that had them versus DC. Remember that game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I feel that'd be cool too. Nice. Okay.
Are you a morning shower or night shower?
So,
or can you just take? Are you like me that I can just take a shower whenever?
I would say a shower whenever, but I generally go based off of like how dirty I am. So like generally speaking, like I do a morning shower. But if it's been like a crazy day at work, I will have an evening shower as well. Or like for example, like yesterday, you know, I woke up, didn't have a morning shower, but felt I needed to shower before we went to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of shower pattern for me, which drives me crazy because it honestly bugs me that my Jessica doesn't like, I don't know, isn't like clean before bed. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
But, you know.
Like she went all day and then didn't jump in the shower before she jumped into bed. Like I had to be clean to go and get into bed.
I agree. Yeah, the only time that doesn't happen for me is if it's like ludicrous exhaustion and it's like I get home, take clothes off, I go to sleep. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time where that doesn't happen. And even then, generally, a shower will still happen because it's like, okay, this is recharge time. Like a fucking plant needing water.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. That's a good one. What is your favorite season or time of the year, and why? And what's like your least favorite or hated, and why?
I hate the summer.
Okay, and why?
It's hot as shit, and I hate being hot.
Thank you. I fucking 100% agree. Fuck hot.
I can be. You know what? What I say is, I can deal with being cold because I can always put more shit on. I can only take off so much legally. You ever
Yep.
been naked and still hot?
Oh
It's
God,
miserable.
yes.
It's
Yeah.
miserable.
Just go to Florida when you're not from Florida. Go to Florida when you're not from Florida. Ugh, it's terrible. I don't know how people live in Florida, honestly. It's too fucking hot. It's too humid. It's too hot and humid. Like, what
Shout
the
outs to all of our Florida listeners.
fuck? I still love you. I just don't want to
Miami,
visit fucking
Jacksonville,
Florida.
all that. I love me some Florida. Just because, you know what? I forgive you for having alligators that eat babies. I forgive you. I love Florida. I can't wait to take Jess to fucking Disney.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's where Disney World is. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's really odd that I forget that because I've been there. Like,
Well,
I just remember the oppressiveness of the environment.
no, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Oppressive is a good word for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's like Jesus, because it's like you go to Hawaii and you get that weather that looks like Florida, but you're comfortable. That's why people go to fucking Hawaii
because there's a breeze.
Yeah, or even then, it's because it's temperate. Actually,
Yeah,
that's the real secret.
It's a different type of heat.
That's the real secret of Hawaii. Is even though it's tropical, it's technically temperate. It's the real secret.
And I love the winter, and it's just because Jess loves Christmas so goddamn much, and she's always so happy. It's just, you know what I mean. Yeah. It's one of those ones that like it grows on you.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, I was feeling pretty Christmassy by the time we got to Christmas, even though I'm usually kind of bah humbug.
Yeah, walk around the house, rocking around the Christmas. I said that. It's like cheerful herpes.
Cheerful fucking herpes. Oh man, that's great.
So, how do you handle pain?
Physical or emotional?
I mean, mine, either or. My example is my example for example, because I have to say example 9 times, is how I handle pain in general. It's my tell.
Oh, okay. So, but again, that didn't really answer my question. So, like, physical or emotional pain?
Physical.
Physical pain. I mean, I guess, like if it's like a wound or something, you get the wound treated or whatever. Sometimes it's like a thing that you don't want to handle right away. Like I have a tendency to like not handle things right away and like let it fester until it's more of a problem, unfortunately. Because I guess I'm stubborn like that.
Okay.
So like for example, we all heard last year I had some dick problems.
yeah, like when it hurt real bad, how did you handle that? Like do you like breathe through it? Did you like that?
I applied a mixture of creams in an attempt to lessen the constant pain. That's what I would say about that. And then I would just do things to lessen the physical reaction of it. Like I kept some cream and I kept some fucking cornstarch during those days. And I would just whichever felt better at the time, I just throw that shit on there. And it usually only gave me a little bit of comfort for like an hour or something. But like it was enough. It was enough. So then I could focus on something else like work. And then I don't know, I guess suffer through it, I suppose. Is that the kind of answer you're looking for?
Well, I guess, but mine, for example, is whenever I'm in pain, either physical or emotional, I shake my hands.
Like angrily?
No, not angry. Like I'll just like if you just hold your hand out straight and let your wrist flop and just shake.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just been my tell. Jess noticed it a while back, and she's like, "Whenever you're working through something, you shake your hand out, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Fair enough. I mean, if you're looking for the answer for emotional, I would say that there's several. Emotional. I think the go-tos for me are taking a walk, playing a video game that has like some violence to it. Like I remember really specifically when this girl broke up with me. Was my first girlfriend? Yeah, it might have been actually. Now that I think about it, I just remember being so mad, and like I threw on. I think Halo 2 was new at the time, and I threw on like a level that I hadn't been able to beat on Legendary, which is the hardest difficulty. And I fucking spanked the ass out of that level. Like I went into like an anger trance of like silence and like and just like murdering all the things.
Yeah, ruthless aggression. The ruthless aggression trance.
Yeah, like you're taking it out on something. So like that is a more stable go to me, and has been since that time. Because what I used to do when I was younger, I had this like a rope on like a jungle gym thing in my backyard. Like a rope you would climb, like a thick ass rope. And I had this shitty ass $30 Pakistani like medieval looking sword, and I'd pull this sword out and I would just whack that fucking rope until I couldn't.
That's a good one.
Which is actually, it was an interesting one because it was interactive. Because sometimes you'd whack it so hard and it would like wrap around and had like little knots on it, so you could like climb it with your feet, and then it would just beat you in the fucking face with like the strength of your own anger. Because the rope didn't care. Rope didn't give a fuck. It was just being a rope.
The rope was just roping.
Yeah, he was. And sometimes, I fucking like sometimes bruise my face by whipping myself, not necessarily intentionally, by like hitting it with a sword, and it whacking me back when I was younger. So like I'd say that. Unfortunately, booze is also a go-to for me when things are super bad. Talking to other people is one. And then while skirting the our own rules of the show, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but I would also say that without, of course, getting into it, because against the rules, is religion is also a way of coping with emotional shit.
You can say faith.
Sure, faith, religion, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you can. That's not against the rules. I would if you would have started by saying that, I would have been like, yeah, that's fine. Like you're not talking. We're not talking about our religious views. We're just saying when time comes and you need to defrag, you turn to your faith.
Sure, that's actually a pretty good way of saying it. When you need to defrag your hard drive.
Yeah.
So I would say that if that's what you're looking for emotional.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah. Have you ever done any drugs?
No. Nothing beyond things you can get over the counter, and I would say, if you want to classify it as a drug, hard booze would probably be my thing.
No, I'm talking about like weed. You never tripped. Nothing like that.
No,
You never done
I mean, I might
you-
have had something that happened just by because like I've been to Warp Tour,
Yeah, okay.
so like there's
You've
probably
never
some sort of
willingly imbibed a drug, then?
no, I have not, nor would I, due to
Wow.
C religious answer.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I understand.
Fair enough.
If we ever had to do ayahuasca, it would just be me going then.
Yeah, it probably would be. And I would just be videoing and be like, oh, look at this ass hat. He's drawing pictures of his penis in the dirt, thinking he's on a fucking trip or something. I don't know.
Actually, I think it would probably be that would make it really interesting, having like an outsider's view, and then you just talking to me about what went on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
I would
would
film
never,
it probably.
like, because of the religious thing. I would never have been like that whole that the communication of you going, I'm not doing this, right? I would be like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
okay with this?
if you want to
Yeah.
take me on a bender, I am down for benders.
we,
You-
we,
you
could,
know.
we could do hangover.
Yeah.
We can't do
Yeah,
take a
yeah.
hallucinogenic tea in the jungles and talk
Yeah.
to forest spirits.
However, I will say, what's the fucking drink that's got the wormwood in it?
Ayahuasca,
No, there's another one.
peyote.
No, what's the thing? I'm trying to think of what it's called.
I don't know.
There's a drink. And it's got wormwood, and you can only get it in the UK, supposedly.
Oh, absinthe.
Absinthe. Okay, yeah, I've had absinthe.
Okay.
So there's a thing. But the thing about that though is, and according to my recollection, I feel like I had a bunch of it. Nothing happened.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happened at all
Nope.
that was any different than, being wasted.
Yeah, there was no different wasted. It was just you're drunk.
Yeah, it was like, okay, cool. I guess.
Okay, sub off that question. Knowing what you know about drugs, about some drugs,
Okay.
what's one that you felt like you wish you could have tried?
Oh, that I wish I could have tried?
Yeah.
Very odd question, but I'll humor you.
Because you've heard me talk about mushrooms. You've heard me talk about,
I mean, honestly, and maybe it's speaking from a terrible curiosity just because I'm a fan of the show, but I would be curious about what occurs after you've done a crystal meth. Because like I've heard from junkies and I've had a couple friends and whatnot, and talked to cops and all this sort of stuff. And like it's one thing hearing about it, and of course, seeing a shitload lot of it in Breaking Bad, obviously. This whole show's about fucking crystal meth. I would be curious for myself, I guess, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, wow, that is interesting.
Yeah, well, because so we have a lot of crystal meth and meth labs around here in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll be driving down the street and then there'll be like a fucking army of cops and FBI outside of some little shitty like home or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Jesus, what's going on in there? And then you like look it up online. It's like, oh, crystal meth lab. My favorite one that made me really question a lot of stuff. So there's this Arby's in Seattle, and it got busted for having a huge meth lab in the back of the Arby's.
Wow.
An Arby's that I had gone to for over a decade, Mike.
Had a meth lab in the back?
Had a meth lab in the back.
Well, that's why that fucking Arby's sauce was so good.
Goddamn right it was, obviously. But like, of all the places, right? I mean,
An
good
Arby's?
cover, I guess.
Just great cover.
Jesus. It's fucking Breaking Bad, that shit. But yeah, I would never willingly do it, but if that one I have
A morbid curiosity.
Yeah, I have a definitely, that's the perfect word. I have a morbid curiosity about what you actually experience. Because like it's like, like I'm not gonna like lie to you and say that like fucking, it's like, okay, sure, I know what all the other drugs like feel like or whatever. No, you don't. It's the same thing as like talking to somebody who's never had a drop of alcohol and being like, you don't know what it's fucking like, you loser.
Yeah.
So, I definitely am not condoning any listener or young listeners of the show. If we have young listeners, I guess, to like go fucking try drugs, don't do that. Don't be a moron, But like, I would also say it would be illogical to speak out of turn on it. Like, I feel from, uh, a former alcoholic standpoint that like I can talk about that very, very thoroughly. Like, I get it. Like, I get it so fucking thoroughly. Been there. I get it. I can speak it. Like, I can speak adequately on cigarettes because I smoked for a while. I can speak a little bit on cigars. I like cigars more than I like cigarettes, but I can't say like I'm an expert on them. But I can, I can tell you like I know what it's like, obviously, and rolling your own cigarettes and all that sort of stuff. And I can speak to the experience of those because I've done them. But I wouldn't pretend to entertain like, like, okay, if you take fucking like heroin, do you go to another universe? Like, I don't know. If you do crystal meth, do you fucking see like, I don't know. I don't know, But given the fact that they all are still classified as bad in some respect to you, because even fucking like alcohol got the goddamn Surgeon General warning on it, same as fucking cigarettes and stuff. So it's like I wouldn't say, like knowing is definitely half the battle, and I know in my state specifically, even though there's like because we legalized marijuana here. I mean, I would still never partake in marijuana, but like, I can see and experience that like fucking there is something to be said about like when you legalize something, the public wants it less. Because like I see fucking like weed stores fucking every goddamn couple of blocks here, and then I see them go out of business. And so it's like, okay, well, obviously the demand isn't that high, But we also had a thing here in Washington that changed a couple of years ago where you used to only be able to buy liquor in a liquor store, and then they legalized it so that every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry with a liquor license could sell it in the mom and pop store. And I don't think it necessarily. I don't know. It's a complicated issue. I would guess I would sum it up as.
Yeah. You see, I can say I've never shot heroin. I've never smoked crack. I've never done crystal meth, but I have done Adderall, so I think I know what it's like.
Okay.
Everything else I've done. I've done a lot of. I haven't done like any of the weird like ayahuasca. I've never done, but I would do it.
Did you say you'd done acid?
Yeah, I've done acid.
Yeah. See, I know a bunch of people who've done acid.
Acid's
and they
great.
all have wildly different stories.
Really?
Yeah, some people were like, "Oh man, it was fucking great, but it fucking you should not be on it because it destroys everything in you."
Yeah.
Because it's fucking called acid for a reason.
Yeah,
and then other people are like, "Oh, I had it, nothing happened," or like, "Oh, I had it and it was fucking terrible." And I think it's just one of those things that like everybody, it's different. Same thing is like when you get somebody drunk and it's like, okay, cool. Are they going to be a mellow drunk? Are they going to be like a fucking jacked up, hyper, super awesome drunk? Are they going to be a fucking mean son of a bitch? You don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
That's true. I mean, I took mushrooms with my dad. I mean, that story everyone knows.
Yeah, you've talked about it on the show. The whole thing.
I've done acid by accident.
I think I've heard the story of how you did it by accident.
I got slipped.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It was in the wrong. I took the wrong drink.
Oh man.
It was somebody else's. They were going to do it together, and then here I come. Oh, womp. No.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, that was a very long question.
I mean, that's what we're good at.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how you get to know somebody. That's how the listeners can get to know us.
Yeah, that's true.
Come, dear listeners, get to know us. I'm upon the Haley Brush.
Wow, way to put on your creepy NPC GM voice there for a second.
Did you like that? We're working on that one.
Come, dear listeners, partake in our Kool-Aid.
Audio Kool-Aid. This is delicious.
Shit. Okay, well, super simple, dumb question. Kool-Aid, like actual Kool-Aid, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, good man. Good man. Kool-Aid's the shit.
100% yes.
Okay, more simple things. Jello, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Pudding.
Yes.
Okay.
Moose, yes.
Yogurt.
Greek, yes.
Okay. Granola.
Yes.
Okay. Ketchup. Heinz or Hunt's?
Heinz.
Okay. I don't know why everybody always debates about that. It's fucking ketchup.
It's ketchup. Doesn't matter.
It's
I'll
ketchup.
take any ketchup. I don't give a shit.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
7-Up or Sprite?
Sprite.
There's a good one. Grape soda.
Yes.
Orange soda.
Yes.
Root beer, what brand?
A&W.
Ooh, that's a fucking awesome answer. See, I missed that. I can't have A&W root beer anymore.
I mean, I do also like Tubs. Like I mean, root beer is its own thing.
Oh, it's true. Because it's old. It's older. It's older than.
It's
Cola.
older and has a lot of different because you could have
You've got,
the sassafras style,
yeah, or the quinoa, or the mint root, which is what it's originally from.
Yep.
There's all kinds of shit.
Sarsaparilla.
Yep. Yeah,
I think there could be like
really underrated.
It is super underrated. So is burst beer though.
Yeah.
A root beer float? Fuck yes.
Yeah. Okay, well then that's the answer. So root beer float, classic with vanilla ice cream or different ice cream?
Classic with vanilla, but also try cookies and cream.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah.
Okay. Milkshakes. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Milkshake, what flavor?
I do like I mean, you see, you can't go wrong with the vanilla, the chocolate, all that. I've had a peanut butter cup milkshake, vanilla milkshake with peanut butter and peanut butter cups beat into it. You know, we have like in Jersey, we have like weird things like there's sort of think of like a Frosty for Wendy's, but just a little bit looser with stuff in it that you can drink.
A little bit looser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can eat it with a spoon or you can drink it with a straw. That's where it's at. We have like a flurry.
Yeah.
I guess would be the best way to put it, but you can drink it. I've had cookies and cream. It was good. Cookie dough is good. Like you can't go wrong with a shake, though, right? What's yours?
I'm a chocolate man through and through. Like you got to give me some real fucking ice cream with like real fucking chocolate, not some shitty syrup. I've had some pretty good root beer shakes, honestly, that are surprisingly good at like some like on the roads, like off the highway, like old burger shake places.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how they make them. I'm not sure I want to know, but they're pretty good. A good butterscotch shake, I think, is really hard to find. Like one that tastes like good and not like overly milkshakey or like vanilla milkshakey versus like the flavor. You know what I mean? That's where I would sit on that.
I do like a cream, the orange cream.
Okay. Fair enough. What type of like manufactured in a box, like you find it in the frozen food section or you find it on the shelf product do you want but they don't make anymore?
Ooh.
And I'll also accept places that like deliver those frozen products, like Swans and like shit from like an ice cream truck, you know, any of that kind of shit.
God damn.
Now, see, now that's a question. That says a lot about you too. And it also could be completely different because you might have shit in Jersey I've never even fucking heard of.
Things from a box that you can cook in like in the kitchen
or not cook, like frozen, like could be like an ice cream treat or something, you know? Because like so, for example, like
got it. Do you remember
okay,
the WWE ice cream treats?
God no, but I believe they existed. I'm sure.
It was like a cookie with ice cream, with chocolate and ice cream on top of it. And I think different wrestlers had different ice creams. I might have that mistaken. Or it might be cookie dough, like cookies and cream, because the match with a cookie. Then it was covered with another cookie, and on that cookie was like a superstar.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Hold on.
You Googling it?
Well, I'm Googling it. Yeah, what was yours?
So I got two. So we had Schwann's growing up. Are you familiar with Schwann's?
Yes.
Okay, good. You should be, because they own fucking everybody. Like, you have eaten Schwann's at some point in your life and not even known it.
A yellow truck?
Yeah, like a off yellowy truck, blue logo with a swan on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they own like basically all the fucking freezer pizzas and ice creams. They own fucking everybody. So they're legit. They're like the mother company. But so we used to get Swans when I was younger, and you know, my folks made more money. And they had these two cup things that were my fucking favorite. They had a lemon cup, and then they had a root beer cup. And a lemon cup, I'm gonna try and describe it to you. So it's a cup with like frozen lemonade ice cream, but it wasn't.
I remember this.
Quite ice cream. It was like sorbet almost, but not quite any of those things, you know. But it had a little bit of qualities of each.
So, like, if you took a water ice and mixed it with ice cream,
maybe something like that.
I think I remember these because you said the root beer one. I was like, I can taste it in my mouth right now.
Yeah. And
I can taste it in my mouth. I can feel what you're talking about, like the great creaminess.
Yeah.
It was like creamy, but it didn't have that cream. It had like a sharp lemon hit to it.
Yeah, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Knows it from Schwann's. Yeah, I think we got Schwann's a little bit. Like a truck would come.
Yeah, that's what it does.
There'd be stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. That's what they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had Schwann's then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, you remember then. Yeah, that shit was fucking dope. And 1 year they just stopped having it, and I was very sad. And then it came back the next year, and it was totally different. And I was like, no, you have wrecked the formula.
Whatever you did, it's wrong.
Yep.
Fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it back.
I remember even like writing a little complaint note.
I text you the ice cream that I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm not near my phone. Okay.
So pretty much the way I described it was
like a Milano cookie.
Yeah. I was gonna say a lady finger, but that would have been wrong.
Yeah, it would have. Was it as big as a Milano cookie, or was it like big like a Klondike bar?
It was big like an ice cream sandwich.
Okay, sweet. Oh yeah, that looks dope. Yeah, I can see that. Fucking yeah. WB All Scream. That's fucking great. Fucking great.
That was a good one. What's a treat that you've had? Or okay, what's a treat from another country that you've seen from like YouTube or whatever that you're like, that sounds delicious?
So from YouTube, I'm gonna actually not go with something that sounds delicious, but something that I feel I need to try. And that's those fucking Mountain Dew Cheetos from Japan. I've seen the YouTube videos, and I'm just like, I don't understand what is happening in this guy's mouth right now and how it has carbonation. and it'll probably kill me, but I have to try it if I ever go to Japan.
I'm sure I could get them shipped to us. Mountain Dew Cheetos?
Yeah. You ever seen that?
Ah,
Mountain fucking Dew Cheetos
I love Cheetos.
in Japan.
I love them. Like
Yeah.
that's the dangerous thing. I love. Okay, are you a Cheetos fan?
I've got. Am I what?
Are you a Cheetos fan?
I used to be until I can't eat them no more.
Oh shit!
Can't eat no Cheetos. I can't even find like a shitty off-brand Cheetos that has like a different formula. Cannot eat them. They're all bad for me. So it's definitely a sadness. Because like I grew up with fucking Chester the Cat. I play the goddamn video games, son. Like fucking am I a Cheetos fan? Get out of here.
I can order them. I can order them right now for $3.50 a pop.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm sure I could order
plus shipping.
I'm sure
which
I
is
could order
probably
them
a
too.
lot.
Yeah, it probably is. I can think of two other things. One I still want to try, and one was actually before YouTube. So check this out. So I want to try those fucking. They're like in a package, and you get them specifically at the Japanese 7-Elevens, and it's like a Spam sandwich thing, and you can only get them at 7-Eleven. I've heard every fucking
in Japan.
Yeah.
I think I've had them.
I've heard like every like 1UP, IGN. I've heard all these people talk about them, and they're like, "Yeah, it's probably super unhealthy, but god damn, it's good." And I'm just like, if I go to Japan, I'm getting one of them fucking sandwiches. You know?
Yeah,
So
I think I've had one actually. Now that since you're like talking about it and mentioning it, I think like a Spam sandwich.
Yeah. So okay, so fun story. So a third one on this list before YouTube. So when I was like 9 or 10 or whatever, I went to this private school, and there's a chick there who I totally had a crush on, and B, she came from like a legit Italian family, like fucking spoke Italian or whatever. And her dad was like an importer of shit to America, and she ran this shop on Fridays at this school where she would bring all these weird ass treats from like fucking Germany and Japan and shit, and she would run it for like a markup. And goddamn, clever little child running a little fucking shop, at fucking school, and she introduced me to high chews before I knew they were called high chews.
Dude, I love high chews.
High chews are so dope, and I'm so happy you can get them everywhere now in America.
Yeah.
God damn it. So my flavor is grape, but I can't have grape no more because I'm allergic to fucking grapes, and they use real goddamn grapes in it.
Yeah.
So my backup's apple and mango.
Have you had the cherry ones?
I have not had the cherry ones.
Cherry ones are good.
I will have to try the cherry ones.
Orange, grapefruit, and lemon.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like high chews in general, so I'm sure they're good.
I do too. Yeah,
high chews are super
When I saw them,
dope.
I was like, "Fuck you! I know what these are," and I chewed them. And I was like, "This is it."
Yep. God bless high chew for not changing the formula, right? God bless them for not changing the formula. Oh, just keep them good. Yeah. Yeah, because I would get funny story on high chews, because like I fucking love high chews. So I was introduced to high chews like when I was fucking like below 10 or whatever by that girl, because she was getting them imported, and the same packaging. It was just all Japanese, so it was like some Japanese logos and whatnot. And I was like, I don't know what's in these things, but they're fucking amazing. They were awesome. And then I'd say about a decade ago, there's like a local fruit stand like down in the valley from where I live, like just a fucking local fruit stand, this random ass thing, and they had a box of haichu, and they were like the Japanese style, but they had like an American sticker over them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they had just like they were kind of trying it, And I would go there. I'd go to that fucking fruit stand, not for fruit. And I would buy haichu. I would literally, like, I had her on phone, like the gal who ran it. I'd be like, hey, you got that box of haichu? And she's like, yes, sir. I've got it setting aside for you. Cool. I would buy with my $30 to buy that fucking box of haichu.
They are good.
Yeah.
If you haven't had them, try them. Tell us we're right.
Yeah. And then a couple years after they appeared, a decade ago, I saw they had a variety box at Costco, and they were in American writing, and I went, holy fuck. And then after I saw them at Costco, I started seeing them at 7-Eleven. I'm seeing them at Safeway. You can get high cheese anywhere now. It's fucking great. Because they're great.
Also, have you had the gummy little hands from Deadpool 2? Have you had the trolley little hands?
I never was able to find them.
They're so good.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah. They're super gummy, because they're little.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
Tim, I gotta get rolling soon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably about perfect, because I was about to say vamp for a bit because I gotta pee.
Oh, but, yeah, I gotta get rolling.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Good show. Didn't get to any fucking thing about games or topics or regular shit, but that's fine. That's fine. We have a nice little fun show.
You want to tell everybody about what we're thinking about doing, change-wise, or you want to just workshop it some more?
I think it deserves to be workshopped some more, so we got a bit better game plan. Because we didn't have one this week.
Yeah, we didn't have one this week because behind the scenes, this is Sunday.
Yeah, behind the scenes, this is Sunday. Not our usual time because
not at all.
Mike's work sucks.
Yep.
Long and short of it is Mike's work stuff and makes it more difficult for us all. So.
Yep, that's about right.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the end of a Fork in Your Ear show. We didn't do no introductions because if you don't know us by now, I don't know, get out.
No, that's not what he means at all.
Mike's like, no, back that fucking train up.
Thank you for listening. I've been one Michaelis, aka Buster Knuckle, the contingent from the RNG cast. If you'd like to hear me talk more about the game of Destiny and other nerdy, more anime style topics, you can find me at the RNG cast. Also, wherever you can find podcasts such as this one. But that's been one Tim, author, podcaster, gamer, Tim K.A. Trotter. You can find him anywhere at dynamicworks.com, at GetForkPod, at Fork in Your Path Pod, at The Rising Tide Pod, probably. That's terrible branding. Go ahead, Tim. Say something that's not offensive.
I was going to say thanks, Dad, for talking for me. And telling everybody about the stuffs.
Holy shit! I went into panic mode. I thought you were going to keep going. I was like, I gotta save this. Gotta not crash this ship into the rocks.
No, but truthfully, I love all of our Fork family and listeners. You can join us at our Discord by going to.
I said fuck Florida too earlier. I forgot to apologize to them.
No, I want to say specifically, the Florida people are generally fine.
The Florida people.
And it's a nice place to visit. But I sure as fuck would not want to live there because that environment is hostile as fuck.
Agreed.
It looks good. Yeah, looks great. Looks great in Dexter. It's cool when you're driving around. I enjoyed seeing the gators. But it's a fucking terrible place to live, I would imagine. Imagine you spend a lot of money on paint. I'm just saying. You got to paint a shit ton or you got to have an all brick house. You just have to because that's just what it is there in Florida because it's just so humid,
Yeah.
Love all of our family members and young listeners, old listeners, whichever. You can communicate with us directly at the Fork in Your Podcast at gmail.com or check out our Twitter at GetForkedPod. And the first link on the Twitter page there goes directly to our official Discord where you can join in all of the ludicrous shenanigans that go on up in that business. I'm Tim K. Trotter signing off. Get forked.
Shazam.
Thank you for listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast. You can find our podcast at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Feel free to email us at dynamicworks@mac.com.
is Dominic Armato, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, and you're listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast.
The Citadel, Arrival, is the first installment in a series of epic science fiction short stories reminiscent of the Pulp Fiction style. It's a fast-paced story that will take you through twists and turns that you will not expect, until they are thrust upon you with all the force, excitement, and chaos of a plasma cannon blast. The story follows Katarl, a nobody cog in the working wheels of a futuristic society run completely by Megacorp, a corporation that carefully runs and manages the lives of the people living under its sphere of power. On one of Katarl's few and far between days off from work, an outing he had hoped would be fun and relaxing turns into an explosive adventure that drags him kicking and screaming into situations and challenges that will make him question every aspect of his life. Watch this colorful tapestry unfurl as Katarl and his newfound allies find their way through this classic, yet oddly surprising tale of good and evil, where nothing is quite what it appears to be. That's The Citadel, Arrival, by author Tim K. Trotter, available right now on Amazon Kindle Store and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99.